right, some questions here. All right, so the circulatory system consists of the blood, okay? So lots of these guys, okay? The heart, which pumps the blood, the blood vessels, which carry the blood around, and there are three types of blood vessels in your body. There are arteries that carry blood away from the heart. There are veins that carry blood towards the heart, and arteries always have oxygenated blood, and veins carry deoxygenated blood back to the heart, or carry blood back to the heart. Usually it's deoxygenated blood, but there are exceptions, and I'll explain that in a minute. Veins also have valves on them that keep the blood flowing in one direction and prevent backup. So if you're going in a vein, you can't just have the blood go in a different direction. And then you have capillaries. And these are the tiny, tiny, tiny blood vessels, okay? They're maybe about the width of one cell. Every cell in your body is located near a capillary. And these guys are very thin, but this is where oxygen carbon dioxide exchange happens. All right, so and if you look at blood is not just a red liquid, okay? It's made up of different parts. There's plasma, which makes about 55% of your blood. It's an amber colored liquid. It's mostly water, okay? It's almost identical to lymph tissue, to lymph. The rest of it is made up of protein, dissolved gases, minerals, vitamins, nutrients, hormones, and waste. Okay, it's the liquid portion of blood. Now these guys right here, this is a red blood cell, and her official name, or the scientific name for her, is an erythrocyte. Okay, and that makes up about 45% of your bloodstream, or blood. Okay, so now the white blood cells that we saw in our immune system, those are called leukocytes, and I think I said they were leukocytes earlier, and they make up about 1% of, less than 1% of your blood, along with your platelets. Okay, leukocytes, as you know, are there for the immune system. Platelets help keep your blood, they help coagulate your blood. Okay, and what they do is they form like a net around a wound or something. So if you get a cut, these guys come in and they build a net made up of fibrin, and it's put over the wound. And not only does it keep blood cells from getting out, it prevents bacteria and germs from getting inside. And then the blood that coagulates around it forms a clot. Okay. Okay, so that's coagulation. Now, the heart, okay? The heart is very complicated muscle, okay? The thickest part, the largest part, is called the myocardium, okay? And it contracts to pump the blood, all right? The septum, so before I continue, page 436 has a very nice diagram of the heart and its parts. The septum is the muscular wall that separates the heart from the right and the left side, and this helps keep deoxygenated blood from mixing with oxygenated blood. Atria and ventricles. The atria are the top chambers, and the ventricles are the lower chambers. And you have a right and a left side for both of them. Excuse me. You have vena cavas, or vena cava, depending on how you want to. You have an inferior and a superior. Inferior brings blood from the lower body, and the superior one brings blood from the upper body. Okay. Pulmonary veins deliver oxygenated blood to the heart, and pulmonary arteries deliver deoxygenated blood to the lungs. Okay. The aorta, let me go back. The pulmonary vein is the only vein in your body that has oxygenated blood, and the pulmonary artery is the only artery that has deoxygenated blood. in it. So it's an interesting little fact. The aorta, once blood leaves the left ventricle, travels into the aorta, which then sends the blood to the rest of the body, and it's oxygenated blood. Okay, so if you were to take a quick path through the of deoxygenated blood going into the heart and leaving as oxygenated blood, it would be the vena cava, either superior or inferior, right atrium, right ventricle, pulmonary artery, lungs, pulmonary vein, left atrium, left ventricle, aorta, the rest of the body. Okay, and you do need to know that path because it is important to know. Even if we don't have a test on it, you do need to know that. Valves prevent blood from backing up in the heart, and the cardiac cycle is a complete contraction and a relaxation of your heart. So it's like a squeezing, relaxing. That's one cardiac cycle. Okay. And that is, where your heart goes like dun, 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 dun. It's 2 beats, or it's 2 parts per heartbeat, and that is one cardiac cycle. Bum, bum, complete contraction and relaxation. Okay. All right. All of the body systems need blood. Pulmonary circulation and systemic circulation are extremely important. Pulmonary circulation is for the heart. Blood has to go to the heart and nourish the heart cells. Systemic circulation is where the oxygenated blood from the left ventricle goes to the extremities. Okay. The flow of blood from the lungs is pulmonary circulation. So when the blood goes from the right ventricle into the lungs and then back to the left atrium, that's pulmonary circulation. Systemic circulation is where the blood goes to everything else. Blood is transporting oxygen and carbon dioxide to be exhaled. It also transports nutrients, and it also helps get rid of waste in the body. Because if that builds up, then that's a problem, and the body could die. All right, some more review questions. All right, so that's it for chapter 22. Please make sure that you get those review questions answered, and you guys have a great day. Take care.